My family, multiple media outlets are reporting about this. Neo-Nazi podcast hosts who targeted Prince Harry and his son Archie have finally been jailed for terror offenses. And their names are Christopher Gibbons and Tyrone Pattenwalsh, who used the Black Wolf radio podcast to air their racist views and encourage listeners to commit acts of violence. My family. And this only happens in the UK. This, sadly, only happens in Britain. Now, my family, where do you think that Christopher and Tyrone got the idea that somehow it's okay to say hateful things about Harry and his son Archie? Why do you think they got the idea to say the vile things they've said about Harry and his son Archie from? Clearly, they got that from the UK tabloid press. My family, they got that from the Murdoch-owned press and Rothmere-owned press. The reason why they said what they said is because they knew that Harry, Meghan, and Archie were not protected by the palace, by the royal family. They knew that very, very well. They could see how the media was calling for Harry and Meghan to be stripped off of the security. Or because they dared to say no to abuse, to the UK media abuse. Because they said no. Because they said we are leaving to protect our mental health. And the media on TV, they said strip them of their titles, take away the security. Or because Harry and Meghan dared to say no to abuse. Or because Harry and Meghan dared to say no to racist abuse of Meghan, of Archie. And my family, I can't even bring myself to say or even tell you what these two people, Christopher Gibbons and Tyrone Pattenwalsh, said about Archie. The things they said about Archie, my family, will even make you want to shed tears. And I can't bring myself to tell you from my mouth the exact words they say, because the words they used to talk about Archie, my family, are so vile, are so racist towards Archie, that I myself, I can't bring myself to utter those words from my mouth. My family, I just can't. I just can't. You know? And it pains me. It pains me so much as a human being to see the level of vitriol that individuals can have towards a child who is biracial. And the sad thing is, whenever Prince Harry and Meghan, my family, are worried, concerned about security, the media tries to downplay their worries. Whenever Harry is in court fighting to protect Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, whereby he goes on record to say, I refuse to put my wife in danger. I refuse to put my son, my daughter in danger. I refuse to put myself in danger. The UK Cabinet Press, my family, are at the forefront trying to say or claim that Harry doesn't deserve security. in the midst of an ongoing smear campaign against him and Meghan, in the midst of an ongoing hate campaign against Harry and Meghan, the media, the carnival of so-called experts who are behind the hate campaign are the ones at the forefront saying that Harry and Meghan don't deserve security. Why? Because they step back as senior members of the royal family. And the thing is, Harry and Meghan would not even need that security if the smear campaign against them stops. If the UK media stop the obsession and this hate campaign they have going on against Harry and Meghan and Harry and Meghan's kids, the thing is, Harry and Meghan would not even need security. But because of the many lies that UK media keep on spreading about Harry, about Meghan Markle, Harry and Meghan need security. Harry and Meghan need protection. Remember on episode 1 of the Harry and Meghan documentary, what Harry said. He said hate was being stirred up against my wife and my son and my family. This is exactly what he was talking about. My family, this is exactly why Harry wants and needs security. My family, based on what my family is being reported, it says that Christopher Gibbons and Tyrone Pattenwalsh use their podcast to air racist views and encourage listeners to commit acts of violence. Encourage listeners. That's what Christopher and Tyrone Pattenwalsh did, based my family on what is being reported. And the thing is, this entire smear campaign against Harry and Meghan, this is what they've been doing. My family, it's exactly what UK media have been doing. And that's why Meghan went on record in the Harry and Meghan documentary to plead for my family, her life. Whereby Meghan said, my family, you are making people want to kill me, my family. Meghan said that in the Harry and Meghan documentary, my family. My family, I want to show you, my family, and remind you of that clip. My family, what my family, Meghan said. And when I saw what Meghan said, my family, I could feel her pain. I could feel her fears. My family, please kindly, let me remind you exactly, my family, what Meghan said.
You are making people want to kill me. It's not just a tabloid. It's not just some story. You are making me scared. Right? And like that night, to be up and down in the middle of the night, looking down my hallway, like, are we safe? Are the doors locked? Is security on? Is everything? That's real. Are my babies safe?
My family, you've heard that. Meghan pleading for her life in the Harry and Meghan documentary. And what were these individuals who said vile things about Archie and Harry? What, my family, were they encouraging? They were encouraging listeners to commit acts of violence. And what did Meghan say in the Harry and Meghan documentary? As you've heard, she said, you are making people want to kill me. Those listeners who are listening to that vile rhetoric, those lies you're spreading about me, you are making them want to harm me. My family, the ones who are spreading this hateful rhetoric, my family would never touch a hair on Harry and Meghan's head. But they want the people who are listening to that vile rhetoric to do something. My family, it's about radicalizing their readers or viewers to want to potentially cause harm to Prince Harry and his family. Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. And it's something which Harry also discussed when promoting his memoir Spare. My family. It's something which Harry also discussed when promoting his memoir Spare. Harry would say that, you know what, I have no problem with the things you say about me. What I do have a problem with is you inciting violence against me and my wife. That is what my family, Harry said, he has a problem with. And that is my family, what has been going on for a very, very long time. The media has been radicalizing its readers to want to cause harm to Harry and Meghan. My family, hear Harry's exact words, my family, when promoting his memoir, Spare. My family, please kindly,
I'm
hear
happy
this, please.
with them talking crap about me every single day because I know it's not true. What I draw the line at is when you're inciting hatred towards myself and or my wife and my children. I'm happy.
Exactly. Also, my family, hear this, please.
The safety of my family is my priority, right? And that is the main reason that we left. Unfortunately, the circumstances back there hasn't changed. In fact, it's only got worse. I feel safe here. My family feels safe here. I'm happy. My family's happy.
My family, you've heard Harry's very own words. The problem he has here is when UK media are inciting violence against him, Meghan, and his kids. That is the problem that Harry has. My family. Meghan knows the people who say vile things about her would never touch a strand of hair in her head. Jeremy Clarkson, if he saw Meghan today like this, he would never touch a strand of hair in Meghan's head. But the people he radicalizes, my family, the people he was basically writing a column to when inciting violence against Meghan Markle, that's who my family, they want to do something. They want them to do something on their behalf. And that's why Meghan said, you are making people want to kill me. The people who read the lies that are being spread about Meghan Markle, Harry, and their kids, and my family, no wonder even Harry did say that the problem that he has is how UK media are practically inciting violence against him, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. That's the problem that my family, Harry, has with the UK tabloid press. And they know exactly what they have been doing. And what they've been doing with Harry and Meghan is evil, cruel, and wrong. And the thing is, the people, or my family, some of them, who do that to Harry and Meghan, who spread lies about them, who said hatred against them, are people who my family are victims of online trolling, like Jeremy Vine, for example. He spoke of how he was being harassed by Alex Belfield. He spoke of how Alex Belfield had so many followers and he was afraid that someone, based on what he saw, would want to do something against him. And the same person who said that is the same one who, on his show, is practically doing to Meghan and Harry what was done to him. The only difference is Jeremy Vine Stalker is in prison. Alex Belfield is in prison. But Jeremy Vine, the family is walking free. Harry and Meghan stalkers, and people who basically spread lies about them are walking free. Piers Morgan is walking free. Jeremy Vine is walking free. And really, it shows that the people who lie about Meghan Markle, lie about Prince Harry, would really never endure a fraction of what, my family, Harry and Meghan, have had to deal with all this of all these years, my family, all these years, they would never endure what Harry and Meghan have had to deal with all these years. Never, never. So why do you do to Harry and Meghan what you never ever want to be done to you? Why does Jeremy Vine, who was afraid, of what Alex Belfield's talking of him, of the consequences of his, harassment of Jeremy Vine, of him radicalizing his viewers to want to cause harm to Jeremy Vine. Why does Jeremy Vine do to Meghan and Harry what was done to him, what he never would want to be done to him? His stalker is in prison. The person who was radicalizing, his viewers to want to, harm Jeremy Vine is in jail. But then, why does Jeremy Vine do to Harry and Meghan what was done to him? Why? You have to ask why. It shows that people who do to Harry and Meghan what they do to them, this hate campaign, this smear campaign, would never want it done to them. Would never ever want what they do to Harry and Meghan to be done to them. So why do you do it to someone else? Why? You know what you're doing is wrong. So why? Why do you do it to Harry and Meghan? Why? I do hope that those who have caused harm to Harry and Meghan, that they face justice, my family, one day. And one way that Harry is trying to achieve that really is through, my family, his court cases against the UK tabloid press. Harry wants justice, and Harry wants those who engage in phone hacking, for example, to, my family, get jailed. And I do hope, my family, that happens, that those who've engaged in phone hacking, who've engaged in unlawful gathering of information against Prince Harry and even Meghan, that my family, they end up in prison because they are unworthy of being called reporters or, my family, journalists, really. And as you can see, the dangers of what Turkey media are doing with this ongoing hate campaign against Harry and Meghan is this. My family is how they're radicalizing people to want to cause harm to Harry and Meghan, and even Harry and Meghan's kids, my family. My family, the things that Christopher Gibbons said about Archie, my family, I can't even quote what is written, what he said about Archie. I can't even quote. And it tells you really how bad it is, because I can't even bring my mouth, my lips to utter what he said. I can read it, my family, in my mind, but I can't bring myself to utter what he said, in this video. I think I blame the royal family for this, because they're the ones who are behind this, lies targeting Harry and Meghan. They're the ones who are briefing negative stories about Harry and Meghan to the press. They're the ones who have openly shown the world, how they have treated Harry and Meghan's kids, my family, differently. For example, when the Queen passed away, Archie and Elizabeth immediately should have been styled as Prince and Princess. It took months, and it took Harry and Meghan recognizing Archie and Elizabeth's birthright for them to be recognized as Prince and Princess. It took months. And also, with Charles, he could have picked any other day for his coronation, but he chose the day that Archie was born as the date of his coronation. Those actions, it sends a message that really you don't care about, Archie and Elizabeth. And the only reason you clearly don't care about them is because of their race. It's because they are biracial, because their mom is biracial. And that's why you don't care about them. Whenever you go on and tell your carnival obstacle expert, the Rota, whenever you tell them, oh, we want Harry back, but we don't want Meghan or Archie or Elizabeth, you are sending a message to these individuals that Archie and Libet have been rejected. And clearly the only reason why they have been rejected is because of their race. You may say it has nothing to do with race, but clearly it has everything to do with race. And the royal family, Charles, have sent that message. They've sent that message to the world. Every time I think about what Omiskobi said, that Harry, after he was evicted from former coaches, that he said to Charles that, don't you want to see your grandkids anymore? Every time I just think about that, my heart is full of pain. I feel pain in my heart. I even feel like crying, really, for Prince Harry. Because I feel like he's someone who's trying to make his father care about his kids. And the guy just doesn't care. If it's true, really, that Harry asked Charles, don't you want to see your grandkids anymore? If it's true that my family said that, I have no idea if it's the truth, But if it's true that Harry said that, ask his father, don't you want to see your grandkids anymore? If it's true that Harry said that, then I feel sorry for him. Because it's like he's trying so hard to make his father care about his kids, but every time he keeps on showing that he doesn't care. He doesn't care. And the thing is, if you have to try and force someone or keep hoping that someone will love your son or daughter, that your father, let's say, will treat your kids well, then my family, honestly, what you're showing really is that person doesn't love your son or your daughter. And that person really, it is best if they're not in your kid's life, because that person doesn't know what love is, He doesn't know what love, my family, is. And I really hope that Harry never asked Charles that. I really hope he never asked Charles that my family. But Omiskobi says that that's what Harry told Charles. Don't you want to see your grandkids anymore? And my family, after that came out, the papers were like, from Charles, I want to be emotionally blackmailed by Prince Harry, with matters having to do with the kids, Archie and Pedana. Charles, nobody can emotionally blackmail you, especially not Harry and Meghan, with their kids, because we all know you don't care about them. You don't care about Archie, you don't care about Lipetana, so you can't be emotionally blackmailed. You can't. So my family, I have no idea really if it's the truth, if it's what Harry told Charles. But if that is what Harry told him, then my family, my heart breaks for him. My heart breaks for him, because he's someone who is trying to make his father, somehow care about his kids, care about Archie, care about Lepetana. But, the guy just doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. But Meghan could see this from a mile away. Meghan could see this from a mile away, because in the Oprah interview, Meghan did say of how she was pleading for Harry's security, whereby she wrote a letter to the royal family saying that, you know what, I know you don't care about me or Archie, just keep my husband safe. So Meghan, clearly my family, could see this from a mile away. And the only reason that they wouldn't care about Archie or Lilibet is because of the fact that they are biracial. It is racism, my family. And thing is, that racism, it comes from the royal family, and it spews down to individuals like Christopher Gibbons and Tyrone Pattenwalsh, my family, who have now been jailed. It spews down to Christopher Gibbons and Tyrone Pattenwalsh. That racism, the royal family, spews down to them. And they say vile things about, Harry, about, Archie. And my family, we condemn racism in the strongest terms possible, And this pair of Christopher and Tyrone would also hear homophobic, racist, and misogynistic views during the podcast's 21 episodes, my family. And the pair would also show their disdain and hatred for mixed race, marriages, my family. That's what my family, they would do. And the pair called for Prince Harry to be prosecuted. And my family, I can't utter the next word that they said. and I can't utter this word. I can't utter this word. What my family they call for to happen to Harry. I can't call for this. I can't mention this word. I also can't mention this. Also protect our, community, my family. I can't mention some words here. They just can't come from my mouth. I just can't bring myself to mention these words. I really, really can't. I really can't. I really can't. Maybe I'll just attach a link to the article for you to read yourself. In the description, for you to read the article, my family, yourself, and make your own assertions or conclusions. In my family, this rhetoric, the royal family had a chance to condemn this rhetoric, to condemn the racism towards Meghan Markle, towards Archie, towards Lilibet Diana, to show the world that, Archie, Lilibet, Meghan are welcome. But sadly, for all these years, they've shown how they've rejected Archie, they've rejected Lilibet, they've rejected Meghan Markle. And no one who loves you can tell you, oh, you know what, Harry, we love you, we welcome you back, but you know what, just come alone without your wife Meghan or your kids. No person who loves you will tell you that. No person who loves you will ever spread that kind of rhetoric. Oh, you're welcome, but you don't want your wife, your kids. No person who wishes you happiness or wishes you well would ever want you to lose your family. No person, my family, wishes you happiness or well would ever want you to lose your family. No person. And the ones who spread that narrative, oh, Harry's welcome, but he should come alone, of Meghan or Archie, Lilibet Diana, back to the whole family. Those individuals do not wish Harry well, and they have never wished Harry well, and that is a fact. One of the most important things that Harry has in his life really is Meghan, Archie, Lilibet Diana. And the farm, the media want him to lose that. Remember, just last year, I was showing you a clip from a woman on GB News who was saying that, Harry and Meghan need to split up and that Harry needs to come back to the UK and, it will be so sad for Archie and Diana, but you know what? Harry needs to come back. You tell me, does someone who says that stuff, does that person wish Harry well? Happiness? Does that person wish Harry thriving, to thrive really? No, my family. The most valuable thing that Harry has in his life is his family, is Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. Because also I don't want people to get confused. But who is Harry's family? Harry's family is Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. The others are his extended family. And what Harry has that is so important is his family. He must never allow anyone to destroy what he has. The family that comes from him, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. He must never let anyone destroy that. Because if that is destroyed, then guess who is destroyed? Harry is destroyed. The spear is destroyed. And that's what the farm have been trying to achieve for a very, very long time to prop up Prince William. Like what they've done to other spears, destroy other spears to prop up the heir. And this time it's Harry's turn. My family keep praying for Prince Harry and Meghan that the farm and UK media never ever succeed in destroying them together as a couple, as two people who love each other. That the farm never ever, my family succeed. And my family right now, also after these two people have been jailed, Commander Dominic Murphy, who leads the Met's counter-terrorism command, said this, and I quote, "The material that Gibbons and Pattenwalsh shared is exactly the kind that has the potential to draw vulnerable people, particularly young people, into terrorism. We are determined to identify and hold to account individuals pushing this material. In this case, officers reviewed hours upon hours of material to present a compelling case. I hope this case and today's sentencing sends a clear message that there are serious consequences for those who share terrorist material or encourage others to become involved in terrorism. My family, that's what Commander Dominic Murphy, my family, said. And my family, Dominic Murphy also, please kindly look at UK tabloids, because that's what they're doing whenever they spread hate for profit. You know, it's not just Christopher, you know, and Tyrone. It's also my family, the UK tabloid press. And something has got to be done about their hateful rhetoric. It has to be condemned. It has to be called out. My family, I think that with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Libedana and Doria Raglan, and all of you members of Squad at Home, my family. Hate never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video. Now, my family, tell me your thoughts about, you know, the jailing of these two, Christopher Gibbons and Tyrone Pattenwalsh, my family, who said vile things about Archie. I want to, my family, hear your opinion on that. My family, who do you blame also, my family, for this kind of, you know, rhetoric, hateful rhetoric towards, you know, my family, Harry, Meghan, and also Archie and Bedana? Who do you blame also, my family, for this? I want to hear your opinion, my family, on that as well, my family. I blame the whole family, Charles, William, Camilla, for this, because they had a chance to show support towards Meghan Markle. Instead, they had conversations behind Meghan's back, having concerns or expressing concerns about what kind of skin Archie will have. That's what they were doing behind Meghan's back. So my family really, you know, I blame them for this. I blame them for the actions of Christopher and Tyrone. And I blame the UK media also, because also they're not innocent in this. Their hateful rhetoric is dangerous. Their hateful rhetoric is dangerous, and they know it is dangerous. So why can't they stop it? Why can't they stop it? They need to stop the hateful rhetoric. And they've got to stop it, my family. And they will stop it, and they must stop it, my family. And we are never going to stop until they stop the hateful rhetoric towards Meghan. We'll keep calling them out and exposing them. My family. My family, hate never wins. Keep spreading love. Love wins. Love comes naturally to one's human's heart. And love wins. Choose love and not hate. And with that, and so much more, stay tuned for this video. Love you also forever, and may God bless you all, my family. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.